All right, so this morning I got up, we jacked this up, pulled the rear out. Only took about an hour to get out. It took longer to get it high enough on the jack stands and get it stable enough. That's the old rear that I had replaced already. That rear is okay, but it needs clutches for the limited slip. As you saw in the last video, we rebuilt this rear. It's all painted up. It's got new bearings in it. Backlash is all reset. Everything's good and tight. So once we got that out, I figured it would do a little bit, start on this body work. You can see where the exhaust broke off. So I got a band clamp for that. Got to do some modifications, but it's just easier, going to be easier to do the body work without all the crap in here. So I'm going to get in there, try to do a little prying. Got a bunch of pry tools, some different stuff. Gonna try to suction that out with suction cup maybe, and we'll see if we can get the worst of this out. I mean, no matter what, we're gonna have to do filler, but we're gonna try to pull and pry a lot of it out first. So you can see it's kinked right there, it's pushed in there. So we'll try to pull this out and then tap that in, and we'll see what we can do. So let me get started here, and once we get something done here, we'll probably put the rear in. It's not gonna be today, but it's already getting warm. So all right, we'll get started and show you along the way. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take my new handy dandy little heat gun. It's quite cheap, but we're gonna put some heat in this panel so we can manipulate the metal better. It's a little easier, and it kind of helps prevent everything from cracking too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, like I said, just heat it up. Already wiped it off with some wax and grease remover to remove any wax or anything, and see if we can manipulate this a little bit. Let's see if we're getting any temperature here yet. Not much. Not the greatest heat gun. Of course, it was like $23 on Amazon. What are you eating grass for, bud? Not enough vegetables in your life? So we did take the tail light out. I was thinking maybe I could get in here behind, but it's not accessible from behind there. It's sealed off right at the bottom of the tail light. So kind of figured that, but we'll see what we can do. All right, I'm gonna need 2 hands for this, so I'm gonna shut you all down and try to do some prying. All right, we're about 15 minutes in, and you can see still got a lot to do, but we got a lot of it out. Also shaved off the excess here where it was all damaged. We're gonna have to repair that. Have to clean that bumper up, but I gotta try to I don't think I can get to here from inside here, but we're getting in there. We got it pried out. This all popped out down below, which worked out good. That just kind of came right out just prying. What I do is I put a block of wood against the shackle. Got to be careful from all the heat and AC lines there, and then just kind of pry it, look at it, pry it. So I'm going to try to get this pried out as much as I can. Then I'm going to try to tap down that crease, because it's an outward crease, not an inward. So all right, we'll work on it another 15-20 minutes and we'll show you. All right, so we worked on about another 15-20 minutes. I took some compound and little 2000 sandpaper and scuffed that the marks out of there, because I can see it better then. Cut that back like we showed you. We did rub that piece out of the bumper, but we're making headway. Looks a lot better already. Still got more work to do. I gotta just try to get in here. That's the thing. I still can work this, but I need to figure out how to get in there, and that's actually where the body seam is, I believe. So I don't know, might take the tail light out again. I thought that was too low, but I'll pull it out again and look, double check. But like I said, making headway. Still got that outward crease that we can tap down, and I'm definitely not a PDR guy because the paint is cracking a little there, but it's all cracked anyway, so that's why I'm not forcing it, but I'm just working it slowly. So paintless dent guy, they could do it without cracking the paint, but like I said, it's already cracked, so no sense in making too much effort not to crack it. But all right, we'll pick you up when we get a little more done. All right, we are about an hour and a half in. Everybody's getting hot. As you can see, the sun is right on us. It's getting kind of warm, and I'm getting shadowing. We got probably 80% of this out, if you can tell. And right now we got a lot of high spots. The trick is getting behind there and trying to pry without making high spots, which, like I said, is going to have to get painted no matter what. So it's not that critical. But what I got to do still is this last bit is what really takes time. I'm going to call it a day on this, come back to it tomorrow morning when I don't have the shadow on it, and then maybe I can see it more. I'm trying to define this body line a little more. If you can see, it's kind of still in there. We got a lot of this crease out, still a little bit, but as we pull on this, it pulls on that. So I did take tail light out, and this piece was in the bottom of the tail light, and it goes straight down. So that was great, even though I technically didn't have to take the tail light out. I just put it back in case it rains tonight. But and you got to take it back out to put that piece back in, but not a big deal. It's just a little foam plastic piece. So like I said, tomorrow I'm going to try to get back behind here some more and define this body line, and then I'll start tapping high spots down. I did a few, but it's definitely very wavy, but it is white, so it's getting a lot better though, and it's a lot better than what it was. So all right, we will pick you up tomorrow when we start doing a little more manipulating. And remember, don't touch the hot end of the heat gun. It hurts. If you like this kind of stuff, like and subscribe. All right, came back later in the day, about 5 o'clock. Worked on this for about another hour. I actually got most of that ding out, still a little bit, but I'm probably 80-85% of it's out. Same with this, about 80-85%. Got a lot of high spots where I cracked the paint, but like I said, still got to do body work anyway. But for right now, we got it this way. I just touched up these couple little cracks with some universal white. I sprayed a little bit of Arizona beige on here just to make it look okay for right now. We're not finished with it, that's for sure, but at least it'll be a little more presentable and it's not all bashed in. So just got to like I said, it definitely needs more working, but I think majority of this now is going to be body filler. So because like I said, we got 80-85% of it easily. So just wanted to give you an update and show you where we're at, and we got to get this rear back in because we still got to finish the roof and we got to get ready to go north. All right, so this morning we're gonna try to get this exhaust back on. As you can see, it broke off there. We're gonna cut this sleeve out, and then we're gonna use a band clamp. I don't know if I have the right one. I think I got a 4-to-4, and it needs to be a 4 to a flange. As you can see in there where it broke off from the accident. So I noticed when I walked up this morning, there's still, and like I said, it's not perfect, but We still got to pry here a little more, but we're going to try to get this exhaust in and get this rear end back in this morning before it gets too hot. So my help is over there sitting on the porch. So we'll get cracking here. All right, so we got that cleaned up. That's all cleaned up, squared off, and we got the, sorry for the fan noise, it's 800% humidity today. We got this all cleaned up, cut back, that insert out, but when I noticed when I was kind of finagling this, that's cracked there. So that must have pulled out. So we're gonna have to weld that. Thank God it doesn't have to be real pretty, but actually it's got some thickness to it, so I should be able to do a halfway decent job with it. As you can see, the piece that's welded on there isn't pretty either, so it'll be fine. We're gonna weld it up, just get it so it doesn't leak, and then try to put it back on. All right, we'll show you hopefully once it's on. Keep our fingers crossed. All right, so we got the exhaust all refit. You know, we lost about 3/4 of an inch on it when we had to cut it back. So it's not quite as back as far. It used to come out right here. It does slip over that. It's a slip joint, which I wasn't sure originally. I don't know. We're gonna take it down, get the rear in, and then see where it fits. I kind of wanted to work it before I got the rear in, but it is what it is. We put it on before the rear, when the rear was in, so we'll get it in. I think it'll be all right. I welded that up. Weld actually came out pretty good because it's got some thickness to it, so I was able to burn it in good. So all right, like I said, I really kind of want it back here more, but we'll see what happens once we get the rear in and take it from there.